Ladies and gentlemen, the Academic Recession is about to enter the hall. We will be singing the National Anthem, and the words are on page 11 of your program, and you're very welcome to join in. Please be upstanding for the Academic Recession and then for the National Anthem. Thank you.
I, Kevin John Scarce, Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, declare open this congregation convened for the purposes of presenting degrees. Distinguished guests, parents, relatives, friends, and especially our graduates, a very warm welcome to this morning's ceremony. We are in Bonithan Hall, built between 1933 and 1936, with a £50,000 donation from Sir John Bonithan. It gives us a link from past graduates to today's graduates. And can I start by congratulating today's graduates? Today's a day for you of pride and satisfaction that I have no doubt is shared by your parents and loved ones who've been instrumental in helping you to reach graduation this morning. It's also a day of reflection, a reflection of the past, and hopefully, perhaps more importantly, a reflection of what's to come in the future. And as we think about the future, I hope we can remind ourselves what a fortunate country we live in, blessed with abundant natural resources, with people who are hardworking, resilient and resourceful. Previous generations have laid this platform for our success, and now you have the opportunity to contribute both locally and globally. And as you think about your contribution, there are many around who have not had the opportunity that you've had. So I hope you think about serving those who are less fortunate than yourselves. I really look forward to presenting your degree shortly. But before I do so, let me acknowledge the traditional owners of the lands that we are on, the Kaurna people. They are also the lands upon which the university's campuses at North Terrace, Waite and Roseworthy are built. I now invite the Vice-Chancellor and President to present the candidate for honorary degree.
Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to present to you Barbara Jane Stapleton. The honorary degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, is being awarded to Professor Jane Stapleton in acknowledgement of her distinguished service to the law and the legal profession in Australia, the United Kingdom and the United States. Professor Stapleton is internationally regarded for her expertise in the fields of tort and personal injury law. She has pursued this work at the highest level across 4 decades, including academic and leadership roles, research and consultancies on complex cases within her field. Born in Sydney in 1952, Professor Stapleton was initially educated in science. She earned a Bachelor of Science with first-class honours from the University of New South Wales and a PhD in chemistry at the University of Adelaide. And if you want to know how universities transcend generations, her PhD supervisor was Professor John Bowie, who was here with us today in the academic procession. John also taught me chemistry as an undergraduate. Soon after, Jane made a critical decision to change her career to law. She received a Bachelor of Laws with first-class honours and received the University Medal from the Australian National University. She went on to complete a DPhil in law at the University of Oxford, Balliol College. Professor Stapleton was admitted as a barrister of the Supreme Court of New South Wales in 1981 and to the High Court of Australia in 1984. She has held academic positions at the University of Sydney Law School, Trinity College and Balliol College, Oxford. The following year, Professor Stapleton was appointed Research Professor of Law at the Australian National University, a position she held for 19 years. For most of this century, until 2016, Professor Stapleton has held academic chairs simultaneously at ANU, Oxford and the University of Texas. She is currently Master at Christ's College, University of Cambridge and a Distinguished Professor at ANU. Her expertise on torts and physical and economic loss has been highly sought after the world over. She was elected a member of the American Law Institute, a Fellow of the British Academy, and a Fellow of both the Australian Academy of Social Sciences and the Australian Academy of Law. She has a long list of prestigious international prizes. Throughout her career, Jane Stapleton has excelled as an academic, as a lawyer, and as a true global leader in the profession of the field of tort law. She's also a person, and she has a strong history with Oxford. She met her husband, Peter, with us today in Oxford. Her son was born in Oxford. It turns out that we overlapped at New College in Oxford in the late 1980s, a time of heavy cuts to higher education in Britain. Chancellor, I am very pleased and proud to present to you Professor Barbara Jane Stapleton, Bachelor of Science, Doctor of Philosophy, Bachelor of Laws, Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Civil Law, for admission to the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have great pleasure to introduce today's orator, Professor Stapleton.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor and President, distinguished guests, members of staff, and especially graduates. I have the great privilege to offer heartiest congratulations to those of you here today who have graduated after successfully completing your courses at the university. Today is a joyful moment for you all, so relish this richly deserved milestone in your life. It's a very great achievement. Of course, you've learned a lot at this great institution, not just knowledge, but also how to harness your curiosity, how to discipline the way you think about things, and how you interact with others you meet along these intellectual journeys. Think of how your values have been challenged and shaped by your experience here. You will probably have learned the wisdom of being a good listener to the ideas of others, of being a generous collaborator in group activities, and of retaining an open, inquisitive mind about all manner of things. Whatever you choose to go on to do now, you go equipped with these invaluable life lessons to tackle whatever life subsequently may throw at you. Well, what about the future? The world changes incredibly fast. The first airplane flight I took was in 1957. It was from Sydney. We traveled at night to Honolulu, landing at dawn. We took off again at dusk, heading for San Francisco. The reason we flew at night on both legs of that journey was because we had to. In 1957, commercial airliners crossing the Pacific could only navigate using the stars. Imagine the changes that you will see in the next decades. Keep up and broaden those life skills that you've acquired here. We all wish you the very greatest successes in all your future endeavors. And my final words are about this thing called success. In my experience, to succeed in something in life, whether it's learning a language or learning how to play a musical instrument, this takes three things. First, you have to have the basic aptitude needed for the activity. Secondly, you need the nerve to take risks. And finally, you'll find that often luck is needed. Think about your success today in graduating. You clearly had the basic aptitude to get your degree. The university is very experienced in talent spotting, and it spotted your talent, and that's why you won your place here. You also had the nerve to keep on working hard, to persevere, to put yourself on the line in various forms of assessment and examination. And lastly, you had luck. The aspect of your luck I want to point out here is this. Many of you are here today with people, family, or friends who gave you various forms of support over the time you were studying at the university. As I'm sure you'll appreciate, you are very lucky to have had them and to have had that support. So I wish you all the talent, nerve, and luck that you'll need to climb whatever mountain ranges of human experience you set your heart on. Congratulations.
On behalf of the graduates and their families attending the ceremony today, I would like to thank Professor Jane Stapleton for her stimulating and inspiring address. We are honoured that you have taken the time to join us on this special day and share with us your thoughts and experiences. Your words of encouragement and advice are greatly appreciated. They remind us that education places upon each of us an enduring responsibility to make the best of our talents and to contribute to the betterment of society in whatever way we can. Please join me once again in thanking Professor Jane Stapleton.
I will now receive candidates for degrees. I call upon the Vice-Chancellor and President.
Chancellor, I, Professor Peter Rathjen, Vice-Chancellor and President of the University of Adelaide, certify to you and the whole university that the graduates who will be presented to you have all fulfilled the conditions prescribed for admission to the award for which they are so presented.
I, Kevin John Scarce, Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, by virtue of the power committed to me by the University, confirm that each graduate is admitted to the rank and privileges of a holder of the award in the University of Adelaide for which they are so presented. I call upon the Executive Director, Teaching, Learning and Student Experience in the Professions and Director of Academic Programs in the Adelaide Business School, Professor Ingrid Day, to present the candidates.
Chancellor, I, the Executive Director, Teaching, Learning and Student Experience in the Professions and Director of Academic Programs of the Adelaide Business School, Professor Ingrid Day, present to you graduates from the Adelaide Business School. To the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Marketing, Bradley Atkinson. Madeline Kate Baker. Jane Margaret Burton. Lee Ling Chong. Selena Tanya Conlon. Catherine Grace Inglis. Leva Lebecca. Sarah Angela Main. Also receiving the Diploma in Languages, Lara Ruth McAllister. Mary Josephine Seagram. James Turner. And Jenna Lee Wyatt. To the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Management, Alana Talia Bursies. Matthew John Kyle Brown. Harris Dalalik. Zachariah Peter Hondrew. Chelsea Sarah Lemon. Peter Katerina MacDonald. Luke Nicholas Macalino. Martin James Rode. Danielle Lauren Starr. And Nicholas John Wunke. To the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, International Business, Emily K. Anderson. Ella Kate Kearsley. Also receiving the Diploma in Languages, Anna Carolyn Crane. Cherie Look. Hamish Quinn Massey. Samuel Alexander McDonough. Lachlan John McLeod. Jason William Raz. Danielle Louise Seymour. And Cindy Shah. To the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Corporate Finance, Nicholas Anti-Barrack. Todrick Andrew Peter Brown. Dilsha Singh Grual. Jesse Luke Kilburn. Dylan Lee Martin. Thomas Paul Martin. Tyler Jake O'Brien. Azara Anna Perikath. Julie Ann Preeker. Albert William Seagram. and Emily Ingley Tran. To the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Accounting, Fatima Afzali. Pok Him Chan. Linda Chow. Rohini Chatterjee. Artem Chebetenko. William George Chaya. Denith Sulakshana Cyril Patharana Arakchaji. Latasha May Beverly Dawson. Jonathan Thomas DePoy. Dick Chiam Shiun Wee. Mitchell Peter Dodson. Keening Dong. Zhao Yang Feng. Jack Frederick Grosvenor. Yvonne Ha. Wani Han. Laura Annalise Hansen. Zhao Yuan He. Matthew Henry. Samuel Gerard Jose Infeld. Emily Kate Hunt. Jade Jeong. Paul Thomas Inglis. Annabella Irene. Alexander Jacob. Ibrahim Mohammed Kayal. Cindy Kolesnikov. Xuan Li. Kanitha Lim. Yanlin Liu. Elizabeth Hui Hui Long. Samantha Lee Mack. Laura Brittany McCarthy. Mervyn Tan Yi. Chao Chu Miao. Pei Wen Ng. Chi Yao Nai. Nathan Frank Niuta. Nusayba Binti Noor Hazrul. Renaissance Naimende. Costas Pagonis. Jordan Pamela. Chuan Peng. Makawite Prayashan Rundle Pereira. Han Nguyen Hu Fan. Shadiro Payakam Launan. Alexandra Rakasevic. Nathan Alexandra Saluja. Alexandra Lillian Grace Schreier. Shu Shang. Bradley James Seepak. Brody Ann Smith. Angelos George Spatalis. Vivian Su. Bofeng Sun. Jiwai Tang. Ashley Lavender Trudeau. Tess Elizabeth Webber. Yingru Wu. Yuishi Jiang. Weinan Shao. Wenpu Shu. Yifei Shu. Hoifei Yang. Pu Yang. Lin Yi. Mitchell Gregory Farrell Yates. Jiayu Zhao. Zhao Wanzhen. And Yuying Zhao. To the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Nur Najiha Abdullah. Nur Husnina Abdul Jalil. Nur Zarafa Hani Ahmad Shohaili. Nuraini Mansouda Binti Zaini. Bo Zhong Yi. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Thomas Christopher Carthew. Chun Kit Chan. Si Kwon Chan. Wing Ho Chan. Jiasheng Chen. Go back to it. Okay. Thomas Christopher Carthew. Xin Yu Chen. Yifan Chen. Yinglong Chen. Ziteng Chen. Wei Xing Chung. Jiachi Deng. Also receiving the Diploma in Languages, Matthew John Durflinger. Shiri Feng. Wing Yan Fung. Ji Guao. Emily Robin Green. Jiawen Guao. Potiri Barquis Halid. Jiawen He. Jia Yi Hung. Chen Hu. Ronji Hu. Tuan Phuc Hua. Shaoshan Huang. Jasmine Zhong Shaimin. Hao Jiong. Chung Hong Kwan. Weishan Wilson Lee. Tuha Lee. Chung Hung Lee. Xingwei Li. Yijun Li. Si Him Liu. Lim Jing Yi. Lu Bihong. Chujin Liu. Fan Liu. Shimin Liu. Siyu Liu. William Liu. Shaoqi Liu. Xiaoyang Lu. Ping Lu. Xingyu Law. John Chi Law. Si Yan Ma. Matthew McRae. Nur Hanisa Mohammed Ali Medine. Nur Atika Sahira Mohammed Nazar Uddin. Hunan Amani Norazman. Nicholas Pansini. Api Peralta Gamara. Enoch Sung Yang Fan. Manik Dakshan Prabhagaran. Yukan Chian. Shumeng Chu. Izati Thiana Raihon. Yui Rain. Oscar Richardson. Mohammed Irfan bin Razlan. Naiwa Shah. Yutong Shi. Skylar Tan Pei Sun. Nur Alaya Husna Suhaimi. Lapsan Tai. Chang Tong. Wang Si-yun. Yushi Wang. Zhao Jun Wang. Zemo Wang. Gabrielle Margot Weldon. Wong Hei Nam. Hoi Man Wong. Suen Ying Wong. Palin Wu. Wu Wen. Yu Chan Wu. Yuhan Wu. Zhong Wu. Zhuxing Wu. Lei Shah. Zhu Zhongshui. Jing Yan. Yan Yimeng. Jing Xuan Yi. Jackie Yi. Feng Yuan Yu. Nur Afik Zuhari Zawawi. Shua Zhang. Yi John. Fan Xiao Zhou. Zhou Ji. Jun Zhou. And Yu Tong Zhou. Chancellor, this concludes the graduates from the Adelaide Business School. The executive... sorry, I'll return to my seat. Thank you.
Chancellor, I, Dean of the Adelaide Law School, Professor Melissa de Zwart, present to you the graduates from the Adelaide Law School. He Young Tae An. Daisy Wanyin Bachman. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Management, Kavita Kao Bella. Sheng Bi. Declan Bucco. Ashley Kate Ellsworthy. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Naomi Louise Francis. Stefania Mercarella Giannopoulos. Ethel Guatking. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Management, Tamara Louise Hauben. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Economics, Michelle Huang. Ashwina Krishnan. Tai Yun Lam. Pearl Pakpak Lee. Alexander Paul Lloyd. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Accounting, Nicholas Mercarella. Mohammed Palash Mia. Cameron Mark Nichols. Catherine Novakovsky. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Emma Eliza O'Connell Doherty. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Alexandra Bisarova Petkova. Emanuela Radulescu. Michelle Ramos. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Thomas Anthony Spedding. Jessica Ann Watson. and Laura Victoria Zubrecki. To the degree of Bachelor of Laws with Honours, and also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Social Sciences, Mika Anioulis. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Corporate Finance, Samuel David Cox. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Corporate Finance, Diana Krinkovic. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Karolinka Elizabeth Davidziak-Parchek. Alexandra Zoe Claire Dibb. Megan Valda Duffy. Caitlin Georgeson. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Accounting, Yasmin Samara Gill. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Corporate Finance, Stephen Michael Harris. Also receiving the Diploma in Languages and the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Corporate Finance, Emily Margaret Rose Johnson. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Corporate Finance, James William Beecher Keeves. Jake Thomas Kritikos. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Jennifer Mary McIntosh. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Lillian Violet Schuler. And Oscar Edwin Thiele. To the Graduate Diploma in Legal Practice, Joshua Anderson Ward. Akshaya Pavika Kumar. Madeline Grace Lamb. Viviana Paradiso. Also receiving the degrees of Bachelor of Laws and Bachelor of Finance, Dulan Dawaguma Waje Pereira. And Flora Wambiti. To the degree of Master of Laws, Trevor William Jones. And also receiving the Graduate Diploma in Legal Practice, Giuseppe Matillo. To the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, for a thesis entitled permission to intercede or sovereignty supreme, the influence of R2P on non-forceful responses to atrocity crimes, Dr. Stacey Lee Henderson. For a thesis entitled The Rights, Protecting Role and Impact of Commonwealth Parliamentary Committees, the Case of Australia's Counter-Terrorism Laws, Dr. Sarah Moulds. And for a thesis entitled Lawful Cruelty, 6 Ways in which Australian animal welfare laws permit cruelty towards non-human animals, Dr. Catherine Elizabeth Russell. Chancellor, this concludes the graduates from the Adelaide Law School and for this ceremony.
I'm very pleased to present to you Emily K. Anderson, who this morning was presented with a Bachelor of Commerce International Business. Emily will now give the valedictory address on behalf of the cohort of graduates who were presented with their awards today. Emily.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and last but not least, to my fellow graduates, congratulations, we did it. It is truly an honour to stand before you all today representing the graduates of the University of Adelaide. Today is about celebrating and recognising the hard work and commitment that we have all pursued over the last 3 to 5 years. When I was in my last year of high school, I remember talking to a university student. Her exact words were, "Go to university, you'll have a lot of fun." What she forgot to mention is that you'll have sleepless nights studying for exams and finishing assignments. You'll read a whole textbook in just a couple of days. You'll find yourself spending countless hours watching and attending lectures. And you'll make at least one phone call a week to your parents telling them that you cannot do this anymore and you're going to drop out of your degree. However, we did all survive these moments, and that is something we can be very proud of. Of course, we would not be here without the love and support of our family, friends, teachers, and mentors. To my parents, thank you for being that phone call I needed every week, reassuring me that I should not give up and all the hard work will be worth it in the end. You were right, as always. To my fellow students, you have made university life enjoyable. You've been there when we needed to celebrate together and when we all just needed a good cry. To my teachers and mentors, you have given me the best education experience possible through the University of Adelaide. You believed in us all, and although at times I'd say an assignment was not necessary, I'm now grateful for the challenges you gave us to prepare for the future. As I now reflect back on the last 3.5 years, I look at the experiences I've had, the opportunities I've been given, and I am beyond grateful. In my 3rd year at the university, I was lucky enough to be a part of an exchange program to HEC Montreal, Canada. There are no words to describe this experience. It is something that I will always remember and keep with me for the rest of my life. Things didn't always go to plan. I was totally overcome with fear at times. But the experience has given me the confidence and perseverance I need to succeed in my future career. I know that many of you have had similar global experiences, which has truly enhanced your education and your ability to compete with other graduates across the world. The University of Adelaide has helped us to prepare for our future careers by offering opportunities for work experience. Working as an intern at both Netball SA and Projects Abroad helped me to see the relevance of what we were learning and gave me a real insight into what lay ahead of me post-degree. I'm sincerely grateful for the guidance from my mentors and co-workers in these companies. They welcomed me into their offices, listened to my silly questions, and gave me an insight into the real business world. As I'm sure the majority of you have had your own memorable experiences at the University of Adelaide, I urge you to use them as a positive tool as you move forward from today. Use the skills they have taught you to not only succeed in your career, but to be the best possible version of yourself. Use these experiences to push beyond boundaries and move out of your comfort zone. The knowledge you have gained is something you should all be extremely proud of, and you should pass on to others to make this world a better place. We are the future, and with the experiences that we are so fortunate to undertake today, it is our job to make sure we do the most with them. Now, as I look towards the future, I know that we are all prepared for the challenges we may face and the opportunities that will arise. As I began studying at the University of Adelaide, I never thought I'd be in the position I am today. I told myself, I'll never get a job, I'm not as good as everyone else, and the world of business is just too competitive. In March this year, I frantically applied for about 15 graduate positions, while still trying to complete 4 assignments in a week, attend all lectures and university classes, and hold down 2 part-time jobs. For those of you who don't know, graduate applications are intense. As I completed online tests and assessments over and over, it soon came down to one company that still wanted me. 14 rejections out of 15 applications can substantially lower your confidence, but it also made me work harder, made me more passionate and persistent towards a company that was still interested in my talent. After a very long recruitment process, 7 steps to be exact, I finally got the phone call that I'd been successful in obtaining a graduate position for February 2019. You'll not believe my excitement. Felt like the last 3 years of sleepless nights trying to get assignments done, study for exams, meet up for group presentations, and attend hours and hours of lectures was finally worth it. So I'm now officially an employee of Carlton United Breweries, and not just pouring their beers anymore. So it's finally time to grow up. How will we manage with only 4 weeks annual leave, no more university student discounts? I may even have to buy some real furniture. This chapter is closing, and we are all looking forward to the next. From Christopher Reeve. So many of our dreams at first seem impossible, then they seem improbable, and then when we summon the will, they soon become inevitable. Good luck to you all, and congratulations to all graduates here today. You'll have something to be very proud of. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. It's now time to draw a close to this morning's ceremony. Let me again congratulate all of our graduates. Be proud of what you've worked to achieve, and remember those who've helped you along in the journey. I wish you every success in this new, exciting phase of both your life and career. As graduates of the University of Adelaide, you are its alumni and ambassadors. Over the years since the university was established, its alumni have made enormous contributions to the community, both here and throughout the world. And today, you join 150,000 alumni from the Adelaide University, located in 80 countries throughout the globe. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank our mace bearer, Sarah, and our valedictorian, Emily. I also think that it's important to recognise the contribution that the university staff and professoriate make. As you've heard from Emily, they are critical to the passage of our graduates through the university, and it is appropriate, I think, to acknowledge their work and thank them. Now, can I ask the graduates to remain seated, everybody else to rise, and once again, join me in congratulating our graduates. Would the audience remain standing? The graduates now rise for the academic recession. I now declare this congregation adjourned.